Oh my god! 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 Oh my god. So for the magic method to kill Yama, I highly recommend a Puging Staff. It has the same DPS as a Shadow pretty much until the Enrage phase, where the Shadow is 3% better. But 3% is negligible, and it doesn't matter too much if you factoring in a 1.2 billion price tag. Armor, you can use Blue Moon armor, that's fine. It doesn't have to be Ancestral, it doesn't have to be Voodus. Just make sure you have a Puging Staff and the Dark Demon Bane spell with the Mark of Darkness and Thralls. And the runes for all of this is simple. You just need Nature runes, Fire, Cosmic, Blood, and Soul. And then other than that, you can use a Saturated Heart, especially if you're using a Shadow. But I bring the Forgotten Brew, and what this does is I will drain some pro points real quick. And so I'm at 98. It will overheal my pro points and give me magic. So what this means is I can bring in a brew with the Saturated Heart you could not, as you would not be able to restore and get your magic stat back up. However, this will lower your strength and attack, which is not a big deal. I bring the Acoust Scepter for the Spec, which is a defense drain on magic. So you only need to hit it once, as long as you hit. And then the Ember Light, or you can use an Arc Light or any other melee weapon. It is not that big of a deal, as long as you have something to change the pro on the Yama special attack. Anglerfish is pretty much all you would camp, and the best way to get there is the fairy code DJR if you don't want to pay a lot of money for the new teleports, which may go down in the future, they might not. But currently this is the most cost efficient way of getting there. And then from here you're going to see a chain that you can go down if you have the agility level. If not, you can take the lift. And then from here you're going to see the voice of Yama in this little spot in the middle. And then you just talk to him and it'll give you the option to travel from there. I recommend doing this with a duo partner, as the solo fight is the same exact thing but takes nearly twice as long. If you can't find one, that is okay. It's still doable, especially in this gear. And then once you run all the way up north, you can just talk to him. You have to sign a contract, and then you should have this challenge option, which starts the fight with him. I will explain the fight mechanics in just a moment, but this is pretty much what they look like. So to begin this fight off, I'm just going to cast my Mark of Darkness and my Ward, so I do extra damage, and then hit a spec with the Scepter. As you can see, to the left of me, a blue star spawned, which is the Shadow phase. So the first hit will always be Mage, which is the opposite, and then after that, you pray range, because on the Shadow phase, it will always be ranged, and on the Fire phase, which is to the right of me, it will be Mage. So for the first special of the Fire phase, you want to stand into the center of the pentagram, and this will be indicated in the chat box. It will say something about launching a burning or fiery attack on you, and you will see an animation as shown here. Stepping into the center of the pentagram basically just nullifies any of the flames that you see going on the floor and the fireball thrown at you. It just negates the damage completely. So the phase coming up is going to be the Shadow phase, and you're gonna just step through the lines like that. You just kind of true tile over them. There's another way to do it. So when those shadow lines come again, you can negate them by standing in the center tile when he does his special, which I'll show you now. So you can see it just passes through me. Sometimes he spawns these orbs, which I'll show you now what happens if you don't kill them in time. And you want to hit them with the Purging Staff. They will hit you like that. You can actually get one shot. This is why it's very important to have the Mark of Darkness on you, because if you don't do that and hit it with the Pugin Staff, you have to hit it twice. Normally with that, you don't have enough time to actually kill the orbs. So this phase I call the hopscotch phase. You pretty much can just one tick your way through these rocks, and you take damage like that if you get hit by the fire waves. It's not too big of a deal. And then you have the Yama here. You have to hit him with Mage and one other style, which is melee, and it will always do you max hit. So you can kill him pretty quickly in a duo like this. It's pretty simple, and you just keep swapping styles. Phase 2 of the fight has similar mechanics as the Phase 1. The process is the same, but there is one difference on the fire phase. You will no longer have the fireball attack. Instead, you get this meteor dropped on you, which will be shown in just a minute. You start the start of the phase like normal. You just pray the opposite style of the phase for the first hit. Then you step into the center and continue like normal. If you were to fail the special attack on the fire phase, this is what it looks like on phase 2. So after completing phase 2 of the fight, which is similar to phase 1, that is about the only difference. There's 2 more shadow waves, but that's negligible. You get to the second hopscotch phase, which is exactly like the first. Now, upon exiting the hopscotch phase, there is no longer pray range, pray mage. Based on the phases, there's no more shadow glyph, no more boon glyph. All of it is what is called the Enrage phase. The first special is the Meteor, which is only really with Mage, and you can dodge diagonally or vertically and horizontally. The second thing about the Enrage phase is your prayers will swap every hit, kind of like the Whisperer from Desert Treasure 2. So if you get hit by Mage, the next attack it will hit you with is a range hit. So you constantly just swap between the two the entire fight. The Shadowline specials on the floor happen, so you have to keep your prayer switching while dodging them as I just did. If you do get hit by them, it will turn your prayer off, so be wary of that. It usually smites you and then you get hit by the attack. The orbs that just spawned you want to spec with your purging staff as it makes you hit a tick faster, and you can see they spawn in with half health. So you just kill them really quickly with the purging staff. So that is pretty much the entire Yama fight. It's pretty simple, but it is overwhelming. The loot is not too bad, and the new armor is insane, and I can't wait to make guides on the contracts. I hope you enjoyed.